The USA.
America.
From America. I mean, but I grew up in Puerto Rico when I was younger. Like, from the ages of when I was born till I was 3 years old. And I moved to New York City, so I've been here most of my life.
I was born in England, but I'm, you know, American.
My dad's from Mexico, Guanajuato, you know, GTO. My mom, she's from New York. Hispanic.
Well, to the N.O.R.E person, I look black, but I identify myself as being Puerto Rican and black. So we call it Black-a-Rican or Puerto Black, whatever. Black and Mexican.
Yes.
I believe so. I don't really know that much, but I believe so.
Africa and Mexico.
On my dad's side, Mexico.
Puerto Rico and I guess America, Africa.
On my mom's side, a little bit of everywhere. She's a mix. She's mainly Native American, and some of her ancestors came from Scotland. She's also Scottish.
My grandparents and my mother, they're from Puerto Rico, so I mean, we could take it from there. And everybody else is from Puerto Rico, so. No, I don't believe that.
Not really, because I lived there for about 6 years, and I never really felt any kind of stereotyping going on. They don't really have a lot of variety of students going to the school, but I never felt discriminated.
I don't think so. The media either portrays you as being Asian, black, or just Hispanic.
No, because nobody really knows that there's not just one kind of Latinos. There's a huge variety of Latinos. Some of them look white, some of them look black.
I don't think there's enough information because a lot of people, they don't think that you're Spanish if you're like my type of skin complexion.
They don't see like the darker Hispanics, they just see the light ones, and you can't really have a mixture. You're either black or you're Hispanic. So.
Some of them just look like straight Mexicans or whatever, because there's like it's Puerto Rico, you know, in different places, and they don't really know a lot about people. They just think that because you speak Spanish, hey, you're from Mexico, but not really, not everybody is.
They really think that in order to be Puerto Rican, Dominican, you have to be light skinned, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that are my color, and some people are just straight Puerto Rican or Dominican, and they're darker than me. So basically, I don't think there's enough information about that, but I think people should like get their minds open and just learn a little more about it.
Yes, black side doesn't like the Hispanic side, and my Hispanic side doesn't really like the black side.
No, I actually had to get a lot of answers out of my grandma by, you know, like nagging her, like, Grandma, where do we come from? Grandma, you know, because she doesn't really like to talk about where we come from.
Yes. My family, I mean, I'm half black and Puerto Rican, but I grew up mostly with the Puerto Rican side, so basically I lived in a Puerto Rican household.
You know what, actually I say more so my black side doesn't really care for the Mexican side. They're just like everybody else. They think they're taking all the jobs and hopping the border every time they get a chance to. So that's basically what they say.
Because they only have, whenever you're filling out forms in school, you know, like in middle school and stuff, where they're asked, what's your nationality? We're multiracial, I guess you could say.
So that's all we talk about. That's all we identify ourselves with.
They don't really talk about that because they say that it's a stigma that's going around. It's not really true. Like, what's your nationality? There's no definition of nationality. That's what my grandma considers.